Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Northernlion. We're gonna random here. Eve! Oh, well, at least I'm very interested to see what my face looks like. You know, it's pretty good. It certainly makes that black eye feel a little bit more pronounced, I'll admit. Maybe that's, you know, working as intended. We're playing as Eve. That's not good. We won the last game, though. That's pretty good. I apologize if I sound a little bit muted here. I did just basically wake up, but the first thing I did right after waking up, well, let's be honest, you know what I'm talking about, guys. The second thing I did after I woke up was that I played the Spelunky Daily Challenge, and I hope the video's gone up, but suffice it to say, it was a disappointing experience. So, you know, I mentioned, like, the same caveat in that video, and I was like, I'm sorry if I sound a little bit tired right now, because it's pretty early in the day. Not that anyone necessarily cares. That did not necessarily pick me up. So we're gonna start. It's gonna be like a low-key Sunday morning Isaac episode. I'm actually not sure if this is going up on Sunday or Monday, but either way, it's Sunday, Monday, it's all the same when you're just playing video games in your underwear. Time marches on, you know. The years go fast, but the days go so slow. That sounded really depressing, and also I stole that lyric from Modest Mouse, but we'll continue moving on here. Last run was very successful. There was really not much I could offer in the form of, like, complaint or criticism as a result of how that last run turned out. It was pretty good. I had a good time. I beat Blue Baby. A couple frame rate issues, that's about it. I really can't complain about getting a golden key on the very first, about getting a golden key on the very first floor. That's going to mean that, you know, the problem that typically befalls you, or can befall you in the chest, where, you simply don't get not in the chest, in XL floors, especially the first XL floor, Cellar XL, Basement XL, etc., where you don't get any keys and thus can't go to any item rooms, whereas on a normal floor you can at least go, normal first floor at least, you can go to the first item room without having a key, is not going to be a worry for us. So I just walked into the shop basically to see what they had. To be honest with you, I've already almost forgotten, so I should probably make a trip back there if we end up getting enough money. Well, okay. We are at 14 cents now. It seems pretty plausible that we will hit 15 at some point. If we do, we will go back. We have a lot of backtracking left to do as of yet anyway. That was an incredibly lucky secret room find there. We just found it at random, basically, by an explosive TNT barrel, and it ended up containing 13 cents, somewhere in the vicinity of that. We're also picking up a number of keys. That's super awesome because we'll be able to use those on future floors where we're perhaps not nearly as likely to get, you know, a golden key on every single one of those as we did on this floor. So, really gotta take out this nub, but first things first, obviously, you gotta kind of open up the path. You gotta make sure that it's actually safe for you to get in there. Oh my god, Eve, are you serious? Like, the amount of damage that Eve does is so fucking terrible. Please tell me that this floor, well, okay, I'm happy about the key, but please tell me that this floor is going to allow us to, like, springboard into relevancy if we manage to pick up some relatively high damage items. Technology seems to, like, spawn all the damn time. So I'm a little bit, you know, I'm happy about it. Technology helped us win that last run. I hope I'm not making a mistake. I thought we won the last run. If I actually died, then, you know, pardon my French, but fuck that. Yeah, normally I like to go to the boss room right away because it gives us perhaps a higher chance of getting to the Deal with the Devil, because the Deal with the Devil percentage is to a certain extent based on your performance on the preceding floor. However, in this case, I think it's much more important for us to actually possibly snag some important items that will help us beat the bosses with a little bit more efficiency and without taking as much damage, because, you know, as of right now, I'm probably in kind of a tight spot with respect to that. We're also, of course, hoping to get one more penny. At the very least, you know, I don't need to buy anything from this shop. I shouldn't necessarily feel pressured into that, but, I'm looking at it and I'm like, you know, the ladder, it's good, but we've had such prevalence for flying items. Maybe it would be better to save the 5 or 15 cents and pick up, you know, something in the myriad of shops we're going to get for the rest of the game, because we already do have a good surplus of keys. So, I think it's fair for us to go to this item room. Item room gives us the bottle of pills. I'm just going to shoot the poop before we go through all this, just in case there's some money involved. Okay, so that takes us to 15 cents. Obviously, if we get to like 30 cents, I would love to buy the ladder, but anyway. And we'll see if we got some good pills in our rotation. Could be good, could be terrible. Step 1 was pretty bad, I'll admit. I am going to blow up the chest area here, but I have to be very cautious to make sure that I don't lose any more. Okay, well, now we're at 23 cents. Maybe the ladder's worth picking up. But I have to be very cautious that I don't end up taking more damage, because I am now very much up against it. That being said, if I choose not to buy the ladder, I could instead buy a Spirit Heart or a Red Heart, get back to full health, and feel a little bit more confident about taking out the bosses. Now, it's not necessarily a terrible thing that we have a bad trip pill in our rotation. Remember, that could become a full health pill. So if we end up carrying, like, a bad trip pill to the end of the game, it could actually be very, very important. As is, I really can't be pissed at this floor yet. Knowing that that bad trip hill is there is at least some valuable information, and at least it wasn't a health down. And, you know, just by saying that, of course, I'll probably guarantee myself a health down in the future. Okay, now at 35 cents, there's really nothing I can say about this ladder. We'll also take a range upgrade. You know, as first 2 item rooms go, losing 1 red heart and picking up a range upgrade is not necessarily the greatest. I was really hoping for some kind of, like, increased damage, but we have 40 fucking cents on the first floor, which is just miraculous. We could have died right there, by the way. They were all in the fire, and they were all pretty close to me as well. But we're alive, so we will buy the ladder. That's probably not going to be useful for us. Well, it'll be useful for us when we go down to the next floor. We'll probably buy the red heart. Actually, because we're going to pick up a red heart here, we'll probably buy a spirit heart just to keep us alive. In all likelihood, at the very least. We have 2 bombs, 5 keys is very nice. I think buying the ladder is important just for the consumables that it'll help us get. But if I only had 15 cents, I probably would have saved my money. But for now, sure, I can invest 18 cents on the first floor to make myself a little bit better in the long term. We still have more than enough money to go to the shop on the next floor, even if we get $0 on the next floor. So, we got 2 boss fights coming. Hopefully one of them gives us a deal with the devil. The second one, I guess, would be the obvious choice. And I could really use some HP upgrades. Tears or damage upgrades would also be amazing. I'm not gonna, you know, look a gift horse in the mouth with respect to a famine as well. It's kind of a long boss fight for us unless I take damage and Dead Bird starts doing some damage in and of itself. That being said, it's just, you know, as long as we're slow and methodical here, we should avoid taking damage, which is the most important part, because I really can't afford to kind of fuck myself over in this situation, or we might, you know, if we fight the Fallen next, it's going to be a real pain in the ass, so I've got to make sure that I have some health necessary just in case we run into the worst enemies of all time. You never know. I guess it could happen. You could also fight the Headless Horseman on the first floor, I believe, which would be, you know, challenging in and of itself. He's about to go, yes, into permanent not being a dickhole mode, which is great for me. Really want to take out the, yeah, that fly that was kind of in the area of effect there. Just keep doing some slight bouncing around here. We'll be good to go. Oh, that was not very good. I lost half a spirit heart at the end, just due to, like, a sheer lack of focus. So single cube of meat, it's not the greatest item in the world, but it is a nice base. Good little bit of defense, of course, as I always say. And, you know, against Duke of Flies, I'm going to toss down 1 bomb just to kind of slow things down for him a little bit. And hopefully we'll be able to get through him before things really become too much of a hassle for me. Although they kind of are already too much of a hassle in all honesty. In fact, I might just throw down another bomb. I just got to make sure that it hits him. That's going to work. Alright, so he's pretty low. I hate using 2 bombs to make that happen, but I was pretty confident. There you go. I was pretty confident I was going to take some damage if I didn't. So I think it was a smart decision. We are going to get an Eternal Heart, please. Another HP upgrade as well would be very welcome. Nope, we get a speed upgrade instead. Interesting floor, to say the least. Thankfully, we got that Eternal Heart, which actually does make an enormous difference. But apart from that, like, one of the best floors from a consumable standpoint I think I've ever had. One of the best first floors, at least. And one of the worst floors for items. We had 2 item rooms and a shop. We picked up a bottle of pills, which did nothing good for us. We picked up a speed upgrade, a range upgrade, a single cube of meat, as well as, what was the other? Oh, as well as the ladder. So certainly, I'm going to be hoping that this floor ends up being a little bit better than that one. And this is, you know, probably a pretty good example of... I'm not saying that... Okay, I should preface this by saying, I'm not saying The Binding of Isaac is not skill-based, but it definitely is a game that has a lot of luck that kind of factors into it. Like, for example, we could have had a game winning run with, like, 99% certainty at the end of that first floor, but instead we're still very much like in the shit, which is going to be interesting for us, so we'll see if this works out. We got the quarter as well. Apparently this is a, you know, Donald Trump run, which now I'm kind of imprinting in my mind to make sure that I give it the title. We can get enough good items out of the shop to forge a winning run, even if the RNGesus doesn't want to give us anything else from the item rooms and boss rooms. Let's take the pill. Puberty. Okay, so the pills continue to be dubious so far. More money from this golden chest. I don't know, did I piss off like the Greek god of finance or something like that? Donaldus Trumpus. I'm not looking to drag politics into this video, obviously. Suffice it to say that my affiliation with Donald Trump is simply as a celebrity. That is my familiarity with him. That and his name is on some buildings and also probably some legal documents, if I had to guess. In any case, though, Deadbird, if you would be so kind as to actually chew some of these guys up, thank you very much. And hopefully we will be able to move on and find our item room quickly, because as of right now I am feeling kind of woefully inadequate compared to some of the enemies that we are going to be dealing with in the very near future. Shouldn't surprise you that that's the case. Deadbird, very good against these turrets, by the way. It can still kind of peck their eyes out while they are down. So I feel like I've played all right so far, but I really need an item to kind of bring me up. Buttercup baby, and preferably not let me down or mess me around. We definitely have enough money to hit up the next shop. I wouldn't be surprised if we ran into greed this early. We have, you know, a healthy dose of finances, so it just seems fitting, doesn't it? Alright, don't take 2 hits against that spider. That's the important part. And, you know, again, to add, like, a caveat to my earlier point, that's not to say that this is an unwinnable run. Like, you need to have luck to win Isaac. It's technically true, I think, that every run in Isaac is possible to win. Wow, okay, that's really bad. Yeah, so, I mean, if you were the #1 greatest Isaac player imaginable, mathematically speaking, you could probably win basically like a vanilla run the entire way through the game. Just make sure you dodge constantly. It's pretty tricky, though. Usually, even great players need a little bit of luck on their side, and so far we haven't really gotten that, but we are only on the 3rd floor, so anything can happen. I'm just saying, like, given the number of possible, like, outs that I had to get some good stuff, I'm really amazed that we didn't get better stuff on the first series of floors. I have the ladder, might as well use the key to open this up. It's just more money. I really can't get over the fact that we just, apparently that's, like, this run in a nutshell, is just perpetually getting money that I could use to buy a portable slot. Fuck, maybe I should get rid of a bottle of pills and get a portable slot instead. Lord knows I'd be able to play the bejesus out of it. Now, if I could get Deadbird to just cross this chasm with its ability to fly, which apparently it doesn't realize that it has, I would be thrilled, and it would very much simplify things for me, but I really feel like we're kind of coming up to the end of this run unless I get something amazing here. We're not even going to get a pill before the boss fight, so even if there's like a full health coming, there's not much I can do about it. Almost walked into the boss room by accident. Okay, we should look for the secret room. You know, I'll give you 3 guesses as to what I expect to find inside of it. We do have bombs we can use on the boss. And we're probably going to have to, in all honesty. I already bought that spirit heart. Okay. And here we have 3 cents, as kind of expected. So, I guess it's our time to go up against this boss and see if we can survive yet another floor, to hopefully live long enough to get to the next floor and pick up an item that might allow us to live, unless we get a great item from this boss. So, it's going to be, you know, one of the easier bosses in the game. Very pleased about this. We have 4 bombs. I'm going to try to blow this dude up. That did a pretty nice number on him, I'd say. And I am using, like, as many bombs as I possibly can. Is that a good decision or a terrible decision? Well, that one was a terrible decision in particular, but by and large, I think it's a very good decision to keep us alive here. And I'll try to save 1 bomb, because now we've only got one of these, like, diagonal Larry Jr. dudes making his way in the world today. So if I just hit him occasionally, it should only take us 5 or 6 hours to kill him. And obviously, I'm hoping for... Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm hoping for Pageant Boy, because I could really use some money right now. We got a pretty fly, which is actually 20 times more valuable than the 7 cents I'm going to pick up from Pageant Boy. It's really kind of goddamn surprising how I am getting so much money so far. And we're on Catacombs Part 2. So I would not be surprised to see this run end. I know if it does end here, a lot of people are going to be pissed off, but, like, there's no way I can't upload this one. We've gotten money and basically nothing else, and I realize that, you know, there's a certain contingent out there who, you know, absolutely hates my frustrating and constant complaining. I apologize for that, but this is one of the runs where I feel like it's more justified than ever. Hopefully you agree with me, but even if you don't, you can understand why this is a noteworthy run, at least. You know, this is a random number generator, man. Once every 605 runs, you can get something akin to this, which is not working out very well for me so far. That was a bad way to almost die, but here we are, still alive, despite the game's best efforts. If this comes in right after the daily challenge in Spelunky, man, bad day for my performance in roguelike likes. But I mean, look at me. My guy looks happy. He's trying to smile against all odds. Smile like you mean it. That's what it's my favorite Paul McCartney song. Okay, we're just going to hang out over the chasm here, because thankfully the spiders cannot get to me there. I can still take 2 hits, so I feel pretty strong. It's like if I was playing Rayman or something, and you got the heart, that's an extra little bit of confidence, right? Because you have that extra shield. That's not going to help my mental state very much. Okay, so we have encountered a dead end, which is something that I can't really be happy about right now. We can still pull this out, though. We're coming to the point where I feel like a Mom's Heart win would be like a goddamn miracle. I know that there's a certain contingent of Isaac followers and players out there that do use that as a... That's the metric for kind of a good run, is if you beat Mom's Heart. Like, that's the metric for creating a streak or something like that. That's totally cool. Obviously, you know, the game is a lot less luck-based if you take the cathedral and the chest out of it. I think it's going to rub people the wrong way that I said that, but, you know, I hope my clarification makes sense. Isaac is not a game that's 100% luck-based. It's not like you're playing the slots. That being said, it's a game where luck, I think, drastically influences the kind of performance that you can have, and that's not a bad thing at all. I like that. I like that every run's a little bit different. But certainly, you know, one could be forgiven for saying that bad luck can really put you in a terrible spot in Isaac. Sorry, not Spelunky. Bad luck can put you in a terrible spot in Spelunky as well. So we're fighting Super Pride. Obviously, you know, knowing what I know now, I might have gone with Portable Slot, because it seems like the bottle of pills is producing just like consistent junk for me. I found pills, puberty, and you know, Pretty Fly. Pretty Fly was okay. Apart from that, though, why am I even carrying this bullshit around? I guess if we get a second Pretty Fly, that's pretty important. Ultra Pride is like one of the rarest... Oh, Jesus. That hurt a lot. Ultra Pride is one of the rarest mini-bosses to fight. Oh, that might do it. Honestly, I don't even remember what Ultra Pride gives you. Don't die. I guess it gives you, hopefully, some red hearts and then a 2 of hearts. It gives me umbilical cord. And, okay, the 2 of hearts is just like a cruel fucking joke right now, isn't it? Don't walk on the spikes. That would be a terrible death. I don't know whether to pop 2 of hearts right now or save it in case I get a red heart drop or something. Obviously, I hate this room. Okay, we're gonna pop 2 of hearts straight away because I was very concerned about taking damage against these guys. Mostly, I just want to ensure that I survive long enough to get to the... are you serious that these guys didn't die? I want to ensure that I survive long enough to get to the item room, and if I get to the item room, then, you know, Bob's Run, we're in a very good place. And think about how differently this run could be going if we had Isaac right now, if we were able to reroll all of those kind of half-decent items that I've gotten so far. Abel is probably, like, definitively the best item that we've gotten so far, which says a lot, because he's not, you know, a majestic swan that is capable of saving our run. He is an okay item in certain circumstances. He will passively allow me to do a little bit more damage to enemies that are distant, but apart from that, I don't know. Please don't blow up Judgment. Oh, I'm such an idiot! I was thinking of where to place that to, like, make it work. I guess there was no place, you had to, like, make a bridge and then place it there, but I only had 1 bomb. Okay, so our shop here is important. I would not be surprised if we fight Greed, and to be honest with you, I kind of deserve to fight Greed. We've had 2 shops in a row without Greed, and I have a lot of money. So, it would not surprise me if he ends up showing up. That's totally fine. Lots of keys. Be careful what you wish for sometimes. Mom's purse will definitely take. We might as well, honestly, buy this other key, because we'll probably need it at some point. And we bought the Spirit Heart as well, just to ensure our survival a little bit longer. The unholy abomination that is us continues to kind of truck along here against all of the game's best efforts to shut us down, weirdly enough. Abel is, like, the first item that I feel largely positive about. Even, like, the coin purse, not coin purse, the bottle of pills has the potential to be, like, really, really good. But, you know, I've also been fucked by the coin purse. Again, the bottle of pills on occasion. Sorry, they have basically the same effect. So I was wary about that. And here we are, you know, realizing that wariness was certainly justifiable. I guess Cube of Meat, Pretty Fly I like as well, but certainly I'm not going to be like, oh shit, you know, plan the victory parade, we got Pretty Fly and a single Cube of Meat. Speaking of which, though, I guess I would like, you know, getting a 2nd level Cube of Meat wouldn't save us right now, but it'd be nice to have an easy fight against Pestilence and get a 2nd level Cube of Meat. But I kind of feel like we need to go up against the Fallen or something. I found pills again. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I can't even really do anything at the arcade here. You know, we knew that the boss room had to be nearby. If I had more Spirit Hearts, I would play the Blood Bank, but I can't really justify that. Probably can avoid taking damage on this room if I play my cards right. What I can do, yes, is what I'm doing right now, which is using Abel to shoot the TNT. Just get him a little closer to the center. There we go. That worked out actually pretty okay, and those bombs could end up being super useful. So, the abomination that we shall not speak of continues to live, and we are going up against Pestilence. There is a Tinted Rock. If I can just get Pestilence to kind of come up here and shoot at that Tinted Rock, be a happy man. I've already had a speed upgrade, so Pestilence saw fit to give me a small rock from this. Oh, a single key. Okay. Well, you know, there are worse things that you could get, I suppose. That bomb actually didn't do very much damage. I guess I will forego using bombs in the future against Pestilence. Just thought maybe I'd speed it up just a touch. And as you can see, you know, Pestilence, one of the easier bosses in the game. One of those bosses that you want to be, you know, basically like 1 or 2 shotting by the time you get to the chest. And ideally, I guess. And here we are struggling fairly mightily against him. We're going to get a cube of meat, which is a nice item. It works. It's certainly not going to pull us out of the gutters that I feel that we're in right now. We're basically still at Eve's base stats, except for speed and range. But it is going to allow us to do a little bit of extra damage. So we'll head down to what is hopefully, please God, not the Necropolis. And I'm going to take a sip of my coffee to re-energize a little bit. The fact that we have what seems to be either a pink or pink glitch or an exile floor scares the bejesus out of me. Honestly, we haven't come that close to death so much, but I'm still a little bit concerned. Oh, a script has it's causing Adobe Flash Player to run slowly. If it continues, your computer may become unresponsive. Do you want to abort the script? No. Cool. So we have like a black screen here. That is kind of the perfect ending to this run, if I had to say. Oh, it's working. Okay. So I guess weirdly, it gives you like a an error message if you're using this version. The Northernlion version, I should say. So I'm going to take Book of Shadows, I guess. This is going to be more important. Of course, it's Necropolis, by the way, but this is going to be more important than anything else we can get. So now I do have a little bit of a greater potential to kill enemies. Once every 3 rooms, I will be able to throw myself into the fray directly, and my orbitals will be able to cut enemies up. It's going to be about, you know, 30 to 40,000 times more effective than using tiers, which is nice. I'm going to pop the world card straight away just because I want to be able to plan my attack accordingly. We do have our shop right up here. Just be a little cautious here, particularly Dead Bird. Thank you for joining us now. I really feel like Dead Bird should just be out at all times when you're playing as Eve because her tears do so little damage. Now, what could really pull us out here? We have Book of Shadows. It's an item you could potentially, maybe now and then, base a winning run on. What do we need to make that happen? We need a couple of really good shop items that augment spacebar items. Steam Sale is quite clearly not one of them. The Fool card might allow us to snag a deal with the Devil Room after the boss. Oh my god, I'm not even picking up the Steam Sale because what's the point? There's only 1 shop remaining anyway. I was really hoping we'd get Nun's Habit and maybe like a 9-volt or a battery attached to that so I could use Book of Shadows more often. Like, for example, on this room, Book of Shadows would be a very nice touch, I feel. I mean, look at how many shots it's taking me to kill each one of these hearts. And then keep in mind that I've only got to do this, you know, 4 times over the course of the entire room. Mind you, it will get slightly easier every single time. They won't get less HP. Yeah, that had to happen at some point. But, you know, there'll be less things to dodge. It's very much like an Eve base damage run, and that is horrifying. It's a new pill. What's the pill? Full health. Okay, it's nice to know that that exists, I guess, in addition to Bad Trip. Sure, you know, I'll use Book of Shadows in this room just to simplify it a little bit. Might as well use it as often as possible. I can see how many rooms we have left until the boss. Please explode. Thank you. Troll Bomb. No, thank you. And our tarot card is the Sun, which is also pretty good. What was our other tarot card? It's the Fool. Obviously, I want to take the Sun card instead. For a number of fairly obvious reasons. Please tell me that, you know, charity smiles upon us and we are able to get either a deal with the devil or a deal with the angel room. I would much rather run this run. Apologies for the weird dialogue choice there, but I would much rather have this run be 1 heart container Mom's Knife than 3 heart containers Eve's base damage. Just in terms of, like, giving us a greater chance to win. And I'm 100% fucking serious when I say that, by the way. I think we'd have a much better chance of success if we were under those conditions versus the ones we are currently under. But there's not much we can say about that, is there? There's not much we can do about it. So instead, you know, Magic Mushroom is a really great item. All stats up. It's a start. If we'd gotten this on the 1st or 2nd floor, I'd be thrilled. I'd be like, this is a great foundation to build a run off of. I'm very excited. Oh, I should get that bomb for sure. I'm very excited for what the future holds for this Eve run. And in a way, I still am, but I'm excited in the same way that someone's excited when they like hear about a plane crash and they're like, oh my god. Were there any survivors? Like, you kind of want to see how this ends. Not to be morbid, of course. All right, super greed. Super greedy, super greedy. No, thank you. I'm not interested in your 7 deadly sins today. That's spirit, heart, and money. Well, I mean, mostly the spirit heart is effective, but, you know, the money exists, and that's something that positive to say about it. Since we are Eve, if there's any way that I could swing a Horror Babylon run out of this, I would be very happy, man. I'm not going to take the Book of Shadows. I'm going to save the Book of Shadows for the boss room, just in case. I guess at this point, I don't want it to be war. As much, you know, if 2nd level Cube of Meat and 3rd level Cube of Meat have a debate raging over which one is more effective, I don't want to necessarily want to take sides, but what that does tell me is that, you know, they're close enough that a 2nd level Cube of Meat and a 3rd level Cube of Meat, like the difference between them is really bad, does not warrant wanting necessarily a 3rd level Cube of Meat over a 2nd level Cube of Meat. I would much rather have a damage upgrade, for example. We will get that key. We have a lot of keys, but you never know when keys are going to be effective. So, you know, we might actually manage to save our... Oh, there you go. I was going to say save our Book of Shadows without taking 1 full heart of damage, because we did take some on the last floor as well. Oh, man. Weirdly enough, I do feel a lot stronger just from that 1 all-stats upgrade. We'll see what we get in our boss room here. It is going to be war, so, you know, we'll live with it. It's not the end of the world. I think it is going to allow us to do a lot more passive damage. It does take away an orbital, but we do have the Pretty Fly pill that could serve as an orbital as well. If we ever get one again. Book of Shadows is obviously the much more effective item in this case. And if you're wondering why I'm not using Book of Shadows, it's because I'm trying to save it for when War does his, oh, come on. That was very close. I'm trying to save it for when War does his, like, walking attack. There we go. So now we can use Book of Shadows and, you know, trap us in the corner. War, see what happens. Let's keep this up, and we might not kill him before our invincibility runs out. Probably shouldn't have left that corner, but it's okay. We continue to not get a deal with the devil, but there's our 3rd level Cube of Meat. Now, as Eve, we are essentially still letting all the other familiars do all the damage for us, but at least we have like a dead bird-esque item that will indeed chew on some enemies here. He doesn't do crazy damage, but he does enough. I still feel like we're basically totally boned. Let's hope that that proves to be just my brain thinking that instead of the run actually thinking it. I'm not even going to pick up the red. Oh, we have Mom's Purse. I should totally pick up the red patch. I forgot about the fact that we bought that item. So we could roll red patch Polaroid. Obviously, there are other trinkets that I would value more in this case. You know, those don't necessarily need to be named, but I'll do it anyway. Cancer would obviously be a great trinket. Maggie's Faith, if I had somehow been able to pick that up earlier, would be great. But still, you know, getting an extra HP container per floor is not the end of the world. I don't know. We'll see what we can build out of this. I don't even know what red patch does. Like, it gives you the effects of rage. There's like red patch, and then there's another red trinket. One of them gives you the effects of rage. Or Samson's Lock gives you the effects of rage, I think. And red patch, unfortunately, just gives you extra rage every time you get hit. But still, that's probably better than the umbilical cord. So maybe I'll roll with that instead. I mean, we've created like Edmund McMillan's greatest possible run here. You know, remember it from our interview like last February 2012. Full health pill is very good. Oh, no, but we need the sun card instead. You know what we can do? We can use the sun card as a map and then carry the full health card with us. This is not a great idea. The sun card is probably like super valuable relative to the full health pill, but this is okay. The full health pill is effectively going to do exactly the same thing for us. We have one more item room, one more shop, one more arcade available. We're probably not going to be able to make anything happen in the arcade, if I had to guess, because I'm not going to sit there and play the Fortune Teller 69 times. Guppy's Tail would have been a sweet item on this run, even though we have gotten a nice little supply of golden chests anyway. Blue Candle. All right, I'm sorry, Book of Shadows. I now have a chance for happiness, so I have to say goodbye to you. The Blue Candle in this situation really does give us a chance to possibly pull ourselves out of the doldrums of this run. But, you know, we're going to have to use it effectively. Book of Shadows, I appreciate what you did for me. I wish that I had had you for as long as I had the bottle of pills, but you can't always get what you want. It's Ricky Martin said that, I think. So we're going to leave. We'll get those bombs on the way out. More golden chests. The game's trying its damnedest to save me here. Chariot card. Okay, that's another good one. Speed plus range up. I'll take it, at least. I would have preferred the purple one that gives you the damage. Here's what we're going to do with the Chariot card. Maybe not the best use of it, but I am going to try to snag the HP upgrade here without hurting ourselves too much. And we'll go... it's the fucking IV bag. God damn it. Okay, well, that's fine. That's our full health pill, which is, you know, we used a sun card to hold on to this one, so we'll stick with this. And obviously these bombs are going to be important. We are up against Mom next, which is easy with the blue candle. But, man, we cannot really survive much longer, can we? This is a great floor for golden chests. HP upgrade. Only, like the third one we've gotten all game. Feels good. Third one we've gotten all game. Where did that... Okay, I remember I got an Eternal Heart on the first double floor. Where the heck did that other one come from? Oh, I think I got one from... I don't remember. From a golden chest I did. Okay, I remember now. Luckily, you know, I guess it's a positive that that hasn't come into play too much so far. Still, I keep thinking that every floor that we go to is going to be our last, and yet here we are still alive, much to my surprise. Let's see if we can continue this. If we end up winning this run, it'll basically be like probably the greatest coup I've ever had with respect to an Isaac run. And, you know, I'll owe it largely still to the RNG that I criticized earlier, because Blue Candle is such a good item. It's a testament to its effectiveness that, you know, it simply existing in my run now and basically having nothing else changed gives me a pretty good chance at finishing this off in a positive way. Again, a range upgrade. It's like the third one of those we've gotten. We'll go Polaroid Red Patch. I'm going to recaffeinate again. We have no idea where the boss room is. I thought for a second, sorry, that copy went down weirdly. I thought for a second that maybe I had the map, but I do not. That's the other thing. We went to like every single shop, and the only items we ended up picking up were, okay, blue candle, yes. We don't know what this pill does, so I'll take it. Tears up. All right, where were you earlier when I, you know, had the item that gave me an unlimited number of you? Meat Boy, just eat him, please. Thank you very much. Womb is the easier of the two levels, I believe. Anyway, I always get them confused. Meat Boy should be able to do a lot of my dirty work for me. Here, if I can just bounce that blue candle shot in, I really thought that would work a little bit better. There we go. Meat Boy should be able to finish him off. And we might as well check this out. Monster Manuel. Double Monster Manuel all the way across the sky. Thank you very much. I would love to have Little Steven for one room with no enemies in it. Now, oh, yep, that had to happen. It didn't have to happen. You walk a little bit slower, I think, when you have blue candle above your head. So I basically fucked myself in that situation, which is, you know, pretty not good because I desperately need to not use this full health pill. Again, if I can beat Mom's heart with this run, it would be great, but it would also entirely be blue candle. Like, let's not mince words here. Blue candle and maybe a full health pill. But I would still be pleased. Like, it kind of pulled this one out. It looked like an unlikely victory. And it's certainly an unlikely victory from the perspective of beating Isaac and Blue Baby. But I guess, you know, maybe stranger things have happened. We get one more item here. It could be a 4th level Meat Boy. Which, would that really make a huge difference? I don't know, maybe. We already have a 3rd level Meat Boy. We might as well commit, I guess. It's either 4th level Meat Boy or another range upgrade. So if I have the choice between those two, I think it's pretty obvious which one I'll roll with. Because our range already. I love range, but it's off the charts. Good lord. Okay, so more red hearts. No, more money. That's, you know, we were running a little bit low, so I was hoping that we'd pick up some extra monetary instruments soon. We've been seriously flush on money the entire time. I really hope that XSplit didn't just, like, stop recording during that glitch, because if we end up pulling this out and the recording fails, I'm not going to be a happy man. Oh, okay. That's fine. A little bit scared there. I'm, like, barely... I'm not sure if you're noticing this. I'm barely even using my tears. My tears are, like, a last resort. I'm effectively just using blue candle as if it were brimstone, and I have no tears running contrary to it. Please tell me that we are getting close to the boss room. These guys seem to have more HP than I would have expected out of a couple of Geminis at this time of the night. There we go. One of them's going to split soon. I think it's the bottom one. Yep. Okay. The other one should be coming pretty soon here. I would love for Meat Boy to just break off, yeah, or just like kill one before the other one even broke off, but that's okay. We got a Spirit Heart out of that, which is actually exceptionally valuable. Just gonna hide away. This is very frightening because the Diglets don't die in one hit, which unfortunately means that I can't just like hide in a corner and then use blue candle defensively. I instead have to be fairly proactive about it, which is always a little dangerous. Laser's an issue here. Rhythm's a dancer. You know, I'm as serious as Phantom Lancer when I say that. Okay, another red heart. We're actually pulling things kind of together on the floor. By the way, this floor, as of right now, is one of the strangest layouts I've seen. Like, the rooms almost kind of touched and intersected there, but then took a quick, weird turn. Like the middle and the bottom half of the floor. Anyway, please, God, tell me that we're coming close to the end of this floor. It's gotta be, right? Like, we're already at the furthest terminal. Yeah, okay, good. We're fine. I shouldn't say the Diglett doesn't die in one blue candle shot. It doesn't die by being touched by blue candle. If blue candle stays on them for a sustained period, it can do work. But normally that requires, like, bouncing off a wall and back in their general direction. Okay, Woompar 1. It's Daddy Longlegs. Could be worse. Obviously, as you can see, the candle does a number on him. Please tell me that we snag HP upgrade, the world's most beautiful and needed to deal with the devil. I would love you forever, RNGesus, and we would make beautiful, immaculately conceived babies together forever. But I need you to work with me just a little bit and preferably stop doing that, which, you know, in your defense, I still should not be getting hit by at all, but it hurts me when you say the things. Oh my god, that hit me again. That was so bad. But we got the pentagram. Okay. So life's a little bit better now. If we could just snag a Guppy's Paw at some point, this might be good. Oh, good, we got another, Curse of the Lost. Okay, so I almost took a sip of my coffee there. Would have been a little premature, I guess. Now our tears are actually, you know, let's not, again, start the fucking victory parade yet, but our tears actually do enough damage for them to be a weapon now. Whereas, you know, before, they were basically just a nuisance. It was like using a jab in Super Punch-Out or something like that. You know, it's fine. Sometimes you gotta use it to set him up or build meter, but you're using blue candle as like your weird knockout punch or series of knockout punches in Super Punch-Out. So I don't want to use this full health pill yet. I obviously want to get as much mileage out of my existing HP as possible. That's the worst pill. It's just the puberty one again. Which was like the 6th time we've gotten that, which is nuts. You'd be like the kid who has back hair in the 9th grade. But unless you think I'm being offensive, that kid was me, so... yeah, I'm gonna continue to loathe the fact that I went to this dead end instead of, you know, a better direction, but that's okay. Turns out there's only... Oh my, no! I was trying to make a joke about One Direction and I didn't pop my full health pill in time. Oh, that was a terrible run. I apologize. RNGesus kind of fucked me. I kind of fucked myself. No one to blame but yourself when you lose an Isaac. Except for, you know, also the random number generator. But in any case, it was a fun run. We almost pulled it out. A good way to start your morning. As always, I hope you enjoyed the series. Or I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you're enjoying the series, consider leaving your support in the form of a like or a civil comment, positive or negative. That time, I deserve the negative ones, because I just basically killed myself by accident trying to crack a joke about a boy band whose popularity I don't even know, much less understand, but that's just the way the universe works, isn't it? Again, I hope you'll return for the next episode tomorrow. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.